Welcome to episode 16 of The Fake Marketer. Do you know?
Do you want me to do the intro?
I got really confused then.
Do you want me to do
If I was going to introduce myself or just go straight into the...
You have to introduce yourself. Unless you've got yourself introduced on the intro.
Yeah, I have, yeah. So I was a bit confused by that. We're going straight in with, we're going to be discussing turning a mistake into a success. So I got a bit confused, Nick.
Okay.
But welcome, Nick. You're back.
I'm here all the time.
Yeah, you are, yeah.
We're going to be on like our 100th episode and be like, welcome, Nick, to the podcast. You back again?
This is
Yeah,
going
I
to
have been.
change.
This has been here for 99.
It is going to change.
No, I don't. Maybe I don't want it to change. Or maybe I have to. Maybe I like to be. Maybe I maybe I want to be involved.
Maybe you do.
In
Maybe you do, Nick.
interviewing other people.
You all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How's the Haribo?
Good. They seem to have gone off a little bit, which is disappointing.
Because we're a little bit white.
When we come into our office, in the meeting rooms, there's
Haribo.
Haribo pots, glass pots, and I don't eat sweets. I love sweets, and I don't eat them because there's certain things in life we shouldn't eat that many of. Apart from I come in here, I do like my weekly amount of sweets in one go.
It's the trick with Haribo because their ads are quite funny, aren't they? You know, they do the like kids books.
Oh, we should have talked about them the last one. Michael, why do you do this?
I only just thought of it.
Well, that's the thing, but you need to think more.
Can I just quickly say,
That's a great shout.
fucking love those adverts. Especially the rugby one, when they're in a huddle. I love it. Oh, that's
The
annoying.
policeman in the car.
Yeah.
Oh, why did we not think of that?
Retroactively just put this bit back in the other episode.
Let's see what we can come out with.
Yeah.
A bit cheaty then.
It's a bit cheaty. But
Well, if you listen to this podcast and you haven't just tuned in once and then never come back again, but so if you heard the last one,
yeah.
like
Or go back and listen to that one.
yeah, we'll go back and listen to that one and then
Yeah.
think of the Haribo advert one and listen to it going,
Yeah,
oh,
you
now
go,
I know what
fuck.
they're talking about the Haribo
Yeah,
advert.
they missed that one. But apart from Haribo, everything else okay? You messed up a curry, I've just heard.
No, it was still it was a 7. The korma.
So people listening, Nick loves cooking. And I hate to confess.
I'm alright at it.
Honestly, it kills me saying this. He's actually alright at it.
I've actually already put in my Christmas present this year.
Tagine?
No, I want tagine. No.
No, microwave.
I might do one because I'm going to that place Morocco, aren't I? Soon.
I didn't know.
Yeah, in like 6 weeks
Are you actually?
for like 3 days. Yeah.
I'm alright.
I know. Do you know what? Right.
Oh,
It's this relationship I'm in. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. I got taken away from my birthday on holiday to Mallorca. And then I don't know anything about this. She said in the car yesterday, she was like, oh, we're going away in like 6 weeks. I was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. She was like, I was looking forward to it. And I said, I only know where we're going. I don't know anything
no
else.
idea.
Don't know anything else.
So what are you
It's
getting
wicked.
anyway? I don't want to hear about your...
So when I'm there, I'm already going to be bringing back one of those smoking things.
Yeah, the pots I'm on about.
Yeah, you're talking about tagine pot to do with cooking.
Yeah.
No, and a smoking pot.
Okay.
Okay, what they call? What's the real name for them? You know, people sit outside. They do it in London. The Arabs, like a bong. Apart from
I've got one at home.
You've got one, have you?
Yeah,
Why have
from
you
when I
got
lived-
one?
I lived in Turkey, didn't I? Don't know.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get one of those, and I'll bring.
No, they're not.
They're not hookah. That's not the name.
Well, that might be the original, like the. But no, they're
Google it while we're talking about it. So thanks for the cooking tip. It's a cooking remark. But no, so this Christmas
It could be shisha.
Shisha, that's
It
it.
could be called hookah or shisha.
Well, you've educated us today, Michael, because I've never heard hookah. So I might do that as when I'm trying to be clever. Oh, should we get one of those hookah pipes? It's a shisha pipe. Is it?
Is it? Yeah.
Is
But no,
it?
yeah, I've got one at home. It's on my.
And if you're out with the wrong type of people that night, they could mistake it, and you end up somewhere else. When you're thinking we should get one of those hookahs. What are we doing here?
hookah, yeah.
Yeah. No, so
Right, what are you getting for Christmas anyway?
Hexclad pans.
What's that?
Gordon Ramsay is an association with them. No, right. If you cook a lot, and you do like cooking,
Yeah, I cook every night.
non-stick pans and all these things, it's quite hard. I spend more time going to
Actually, do
TK
you-
Maxx to
do you-
buy a new non-stick pan the last 6 months.
Okay,
And I'm
can
having
I
to buy
right?
another one.
Just cut your shit for a second. I've got some confession. I need some new pot pans, and they're so expensive.
Well, you're not going to want a bonds I'm going to get. So I've asked for them, and it's not. This is a Christmas present, essentially from any family member who buys me a Christmas present. Is
Cat will
gonna have
sort
to
you
chip
out.
it.
Cat will get.
No,
it.
not this. These 800 quid.
What?
So you get like
For a set.
you get like a wok, 3 different types of frying pans from the small to the normal size,
They're probably good though.
and a couple of pots. The lifetime guarantee, dishwashable. You can even stir metal objects in it. You know how like with your non-stick pan you'd use a wooden spoon and just like God forsake anything goes near it and scratch it. These things are like. I know. Gordon Ramsay.
What about a saucepan?
2 years ago when I came across it? Yeah, they're in there. 2 years ago.
All for 800 quid.
Yeah, I think you get 2 saucepans. Gordon, we're in advertising, so I get the whole Gordon. We'll pay you £1 million a year. Fine, but I've been watching it. Their ads, the algorithm on TikTok.
Yeah, but does he use them?
Yes, this is what out of my research. This is what it comes to.
So you've been into his house in LA.
No, but I've seen enough things that in his house he's got out the Hexclad and is just using it for.
That's how you can tell if this is legit or not. His daughter has a cooking program, doesn't she?
I'm going to see what she uses.
See what she uses. I hope it's not.
I know. I hope it is.
I know that'll really
That'll
annoy
be
you,
really,
won't
that'll be
it?
really good because it's a lot of money. I'm not spending.
Fucking too right.
And the thing is, if we can bring this back to advertising, this is what I love. This industry we're in. I looked at it a while back. Stopped looking. I was just like, that's ridiculous money. I'm not going to spend that. But I would get value out of it. You use them every single day. You're going to get the value, aren't you?
okay.
But hold on, let me finish. Is the fact that I watched one of his ads and it was Gordon Ramsay going, "This is why I use Hexclad." I then got sponsored ads. I've got sponsored ads from other influencer chefs saying that they use it, and it's not just Gordon Ramsay putting his name to it. These are the pans that I use, right? Yeah, that's it. But there's a full set. Of that 700 quid, or the one I've seen, you even get more of that.
6-piece stainless steel pan set.
But it's like, it's cool. So I've basically said that's what I want for Christmas.
But you're right in terms of the value you get out of it because it's something you'll use every day.
So can we build in the conversation about value? Or was that another podcast, maybe? Probably another one. Let's do what we're talking about, and then at the end.
Yeah,
we
only
can
because
go on a
Aaron's done our sheet.
ramble. Yeah, we'll go on.
God forbid we go
We'll
off
go
the
on.
sheet.
No, we'll go on a little ramble at the end. Anyone who wants to hear about the psychology of value in marketing.
Because I can talk about watch, so I bought a
I
new
know.
watch last
I
week.
noticed your new watch. That is that
Is that the running watch you was looking at?
Yeah,
is
yeah.
that a Felix or Phoenix?
Phoenix? Yeah.
Oh, gutted! I want one of those. They're 700 quid.
I know, but the problem is I use it to like I run 5 times a week.
I know you
6
get the
times
value
a
out
week.
of it.
So for me,
Is it amazing?
I've only had it since Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the podcast we did, you said you were in the market for.
Phoenix 3, is it? Is it called the Phoenix?
7. It
7?
charges with the solar.
That's cool.
But anyway,
I'm going to get one of those, but
we'll come on to this.
we'll do value at the end. Psychology of value, and that will help in people's advertising. Actually, no, let's say that's an episode.
This episode. Right. Anyway, turning a mistake into a success.
Yes.
Yes. There's a lot of these.
Well, my input into this is email marketing.
Well, my input is freaking everything. Because the reality is, everything, in a way, is a mistake. Isn't it? In a way, when it comes to advertising and marketing. Because, as we know, for the intro of these podcasts, is you don't know what you're going to get until you do it.
Yeah.
So, in a way, a really, cynical way of looking at this which is everything we do is a bit of a mistake. Whether it's right or wrong, we don't know. We have an educated guess, don't we? Like the ads you do. We have an educated guess on the audience. We have an educated guess on the copy. We have an educated guess on the creative. If it works, a bit of a mistake then, isn't it? There's some education around it.
I've done some things, set of things, and made a mistake, and it worked. And it wasn't until I looked back into it and went, oh my God, I've set that up wrong. And they went, oh my God, I'm getting really good results.
Yes.
I did that one. My latest one, I told Michael, the client, was that I chose manufacturers of a motorbike, but it didn't bring up the interest. It brought up the employees.
Okay.
So it brought up the employees of the manufacturer of motorbikes, and then we got loads of sales from it. And that will probably be the demographic of those people working for that motorbike company. Probably have a motorbike and all bought.
But that's what I mean. It's just like that's such a good example.
But it's not an example to this podcast, though, is it? Because we're talking about the ads, aren't we? Like how do you use it for marketing?
Well, it's a mistake
purposes.
that's turned itself into a success.
Yeah. So anyone,
Hasn't it?
So anyone who's running Facebook ads and you're doing it for brands, target the employees of the. Like, think about it in a slightly different way, rather than an interest. Go, if you're selling I don't know. Well, that. You know.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, how do mistakes happen though in advertising and marketing? So if I think of us, we run a lot of ads for clients. There's a lot of money is spent for our books on Facebook ads, and we do a lot of email marketing. How does a mistake happen?
Well, I don't think we created the email one, but I don't think we'd heard about it before. I think we found out 10 years ago by mistake, and I don't remember the day, I don't remember the campaign, but we sent an email out and then went, shit, that was wrong, and sent an apology email after, and the open rates on both were unbelievable.
Well, they work a lot, actually. Those emails.
People put it into I think people get told now to put it in, and it hasn't come from us. It's come from other people with the techniques, but it's great, isn't it? I had one the other day. Who did I have it off?
Well, while you're thinking, a good example of this. So recently, the Pringle...
NatWest.
NatWest.
But it wouldn't have been a marketing... Well, we don't know.
Go on.
I got an email coming through saying, when you're paying everything out on a rewards account or whatever, you get your rewards. I mean, like 10 quid a month or something.
I said this on the last one. I've got a load of... I didn't even know there was a rewards thing on NatWest.
Well, how much you got in there? Like
about
100
quid. I've never...
Yeah, you could just get paid into your account.
Yeah, I never even knew it existed, but I'll log on to my actual bank rather than just the app. Yeah, I never knew.
And you get your rewards at the bottom of your app.
Yeah.
So,
sorry.
Nice. So they sent me an email saying, your rewards are being merged into, I'm going to say Amazon vouchers, Argos vouchers.
Okay.
And I looked at it and I was like, I haven't authorised that to happen. And thought, I'll flag that and I'll get that later because I'm too busy at the moment. And then 2 hours later, I got a, dear Mr. Boddington, we're very sorry. We incorrectly sent the email before because your rewards aren't going to be put into Argos vouchers. But if you do want that service, it's something we can provide. Is that marketing ploy or not? We don't know. Probably from a bank, I'm thinking it's probably not. But you don't know.
I like it though, because if you didn't like, for example, me, if I didn't know that I could cash those in for vouchers.
I didn't know. I didn't know it could be made as Argos vouchers. And maybe I'll have to go back to, in fact, I'll go back to email because maybe I always download mine every month, but let's say there's a tenner there. Well, let's say you're 300. Let's say you take your 300, convert it as cash into your bank, or get £400 worth of Argos vouchers, or 350.
Oh, I'd take that all day, I'm like.
Do you see what I mean? So maybe there is. So that's going, we can go to the example of it gets used a lot in email marketing. Not as much as it should because it's a great one. Sending an email out with a spelling mistake or a bit of miscommunication or something like that in the subject line or the body, and then an hour later, enough time for someone in the team to realise what they've done, and then send another email apologising for what they've done, but see below the actual email and how it should have been, is great tactics because people love a mistake. People love it, don't they? Pointing someone out and saying, you spelt there THERE when it should be THEREIR. Don't they? People love it.
Wow, yeah, they do. Actually, on the email one, because it does happen, I get a few, and they are good. I think they're fantastic, and they do work a treat. What does annoy me with mistakes, though, and this is just from an automation perspective, is when they put the name wrong, or they put like dear sir, like hi Urquhart, like surname. You're like, you bellends. It's not even a mistake. It's just shit.
That's because they haven't spent enough time pulling the
Yeah,
right
that's
fields
it. Yeah,
into
yeah. But that's not success. That's your lazy bastards.
Yeah.
In a way. But
Yeah.
the example you've given and we've done in the past, where there was a genuine mistake we've really done it. I'd like actually one. I'm just thinking now, which is, hi Dave, but it was like David to everyone, and he emailed, sorry, you're not Dave, you're XYZ. That would be fine. But when it's like the hi surname and shit,
It comes down to, it's like last episode we did where you're using comedy as your tactic to get engagement. It all comes down to getting noticed. And if you've got the confidence to send all your subscribers an email that most of the time you get a 15-20% open rate, and you now want them to pay more attention to something, just test it. Your first email, you'll probably get more of an open rate because they've noticed something in the subject line is wrong. So then they've opened it. You're then going to get replies of people pointing out what you've done wrong. So they've now engaged by actually getting someone to reply to your brand or business is super engagement. And then you send another one out afterwards and you'll probably get a higher open rate. So let's say you sell double, triple the amount of products, create more engagement, get more conversation going. If you've got a good team of people replying to those replies, and or you're replying to yourselves, you actually start getting you as a salesperson, if we did that for this business, you would get some of those replies into business. Probably, wouldn't you?
Yeah, we have done it in the past, haven't we, with the data stuff. We've definitely done it, and it's worked. Some were genuine mistakes, to be fair. So some were like genuine, bollocks, we made a mistake there. But yeah, from an email perspective, I think it works a treat. From a social perspective, and again, I'm just looking at one of the examples Aaron's given us here, which is, and I remember this one, which is Pringles with their new multi-grain. And on the ad it said multi-grain.
See, I haven't seen this.
Do you not see it? And people were just doing like memes of like loads of grans.
Multi-grain.
Multi-grain.
On purpose.
You just don't know, do you? This is the thing. How someone just miss... I would say for Pringles, that's quite a large mistake to make. But we don't know.
But this isn't. It's not on their containers, is it? It's just on the advert.
It was on the ads, yeah.
Yeah.
So it may have been a genuine mistake, but it got a...
I like it when big brands, if they haven't made a mistake and that was on purpose, I like it when big brands do that because you know what, they've got so much more to lose, haven't they? It takes some guts at the top as a CMO to even get that signed off and go, we're going to spell it wrong.
Well, I'm on the opposite. So I'm really happy when it happens and it is a fuck up, and then it works really well. So I've just got like, especially on social media. So you've got Dorothy in social media has put obviously this out and put multi-grain on. Someone spotted it. They've turned it off. She's had a fucking absolute. She's been ruined internally, and it just kicks off. Suddenly it kicks off. The media's got hold of it. It's gone viral. They're walking back and Dorothy's there. Little cigar on the go. Little cognac. That for me is better. But I get what you're saying in terms of actually having that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other ones. I can't think of any other. But I wish I'll have to look at that. I'll look at that one tonight.
It was massive. Do you remember it?
The multi-grain one.
It was quite big. The problem with a lot of marketing campaigns that I see, and you're not on LinkedIn a lot, is the second there's a good one, every marketing manager and son like, look at this. And it's like, yeah, but you didn't do it. Like, yes, it's brilliant, but you physically did not do it.
Yeah.
So I see a lot of them because of that, but I did see this one.
Or there's ones where it goes wrong, or Bud Light.
Yeah,
Has that been done on purpose?
What was the crap with that? Can you give some context?
Well, the only context I know is that they decided to use transgender. So Bud Light's always been about that big American guy who, it's that sort of Bud Light on the side of a mountain, all that sort of stuff, isn't it? Or I remember the Christmas advert years ago. Actually, when that talks about comedy, because I used to watch that with Adrian years ago, where the Bud Light advert was two horses on a carriage being pulled along through like snowy America at night time, Christmas advert, and it's like ding, 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 and he's just sitting there, he's just like, hey, and she's like, oh my God, this is just so beautiful, like looking at each other's eyes, and then he I think he pulls out like a Christmas birthday cake or something like this, and suddenly the cart stops, the snowplow stops, and the horse's tail pops up and farts, ignites the candle and like burns her face. Yeah, with this big like fart noise, and then it comes up with time for a Bud Light.
What?
Yeah, this is years ago. So I've just
Was that when you were at ML?
Yeah, so Bud Light must have always been using that. So, but Bud Light's latest one was that they used transgender in the advert, and it properly kicked off.
Is it really bad? I've still not seen this ad. I've still not seen it, if I'm honest.
Have a look. Oh, we need to have a look at the...
See if Malcolm can get it up on the screen for us.
Actually, James, well, I'm going to see if I can get the Bud Light one and play it into the microphone. And we can just sort of go off
Well, Mike will be able to put it on over the thing you say.
Joe Rogan, I'm trying to find.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking he could be what's the Jamie? That's it.
Oh, play that.
Yeah, just play it on there. Where were we? I've totally lost now.
And the reason we're saying that is because we had to go and do stuff, and then we've come back to the podcast and we don't know where we were.
I found this one as well. This on the Snickers did a campaign where they spelt like every word they could spell wrong.
Oh dear, dear spelled D-E-E.
Oh dear, it's hard to spell when you're hungry.
You're wrong.
If you keep making typing mistakes, grab yourself a Snickers fast.
Actually, that's quite a good one.
And in the background, they've got loads of like words spelt wrong, like receive and recommend with.
But they've done that on purpose, haven't they?
Yeah, of course they have.
That's
Yeah. Of course they have.
I don't
Unless they've got a real...
The copyright wouldn't have been there for long, would they? Start some of your ads.
It is like some of my ads, yeah. Can anything Nick produced please go through and get spell checked before it goes out to a client? They instead of the.
Fucking brilliant.
Yeah, so email marketing, it's a brilliant one. Think of a way that you can actually get a mistake made. Subject line, spelling mistake in the subject line.
Be brave with it, though.
The wrong offer is probably not the best one.
What's that?
The wrong offer, unless you don't mind having either offer.
Well, no, I think that's a good example. So if you've got, and I get these a lot. So it's, get 40% off your order if you order within 24 hours. And you'll get an email going, I'm so sorry. It was supposed to be 20, but actually we'll keep the 40 because there was an error. That happens a lot.
Yeah.
And I haven't used it.
Yeah.
I haven't taken that out, that business up on that offer. That can work well.
There was one that Josh used a couple of years ago, which was Ralph Lauren were doing 50% off, and their 50% off voucher got leaked. Apparently, but it worked.
Like people are frantically buying.
I went and bought a coat, pea coat. Look at the bollocks in it. I got a pea coat, half price. Caroline got a coat, half price.
Really?
Yeah, it was like Josh was like, oh my god, they've leaked this thing. It's all over the social media. They've leaked the 50% off. Basically, the story was that someone at head office had sent it to a friend or something. That friend had put it on social media.
Spiraled.
But no one knows.
No. That's a good example of that.
Yeah, and that was on there. That was on there for a decent amount of time. Because we thought it was going to get taken down really quickly. They'll know when they make a mistake and take something down. All we have to do is get rid of the code.
Yeah.
Until the shops you're not using it.
This one as well. People talked about on social media.
Yes. Was that a marketing ploy?
I don't know.
£4 for an air fryer.
No. Yeah, my mates actually. I had this. See, this is what it's.
They
like.
buy it.
I think Stu tried to, but this is and Pele did actually.
Look at the superimposed chips. I mean, look at the amount of chips shoved into that thing. That is the worst.
I hadn't noticed that.
That's like one of yours, Michael. Isn't that one of your? That's like one of your edits.
I don't fancy those.
The worst editing ever. So yeah, so it was originally priced at £48. So air fryer.
So just think, right? I've got a group of like 8 in my WhatsApp group of my mates. Yeah, 8. 30-year-old lads in Leamington. We got that. That was in our WhatsApp group. How many millions of numbers have that gone through?
Of course, yeah. So just your random group with your mates. Yeah. So, but an air fryer at £4, that can't be right.
No. It's not clear whether it was an intentional deal or a price.
But how are they going to make any money out of that?
I've not. I saw it. I remember Stu going, and Pele was like because Pele loves an air fryer. He was straight on.
Have you got one?
No.
No, I haven't got one either.
No.
I had this conversation at the weekend whether someone with culinary skills like me should have one or not.
Obviously, you went.
People listening to this again is right arrogant idiot. So for so good, as do shoppers spot price glitch that reduces price from 375 3-seater sofas to £10.
Well, actually, do you know what? I found a glitch in Tesco's. I told you about this. You know when I bought my first house with Jess? Remember that round table I had?
Yeah.
I had all of that and the 4 chairs for like 50 quid. And I found an issue with their site, and they had to give me it for that price. It was pure luck that I found. Like, it was just, I don't know if it was a glitch. It wasn't like it was a viral marketing thing, but I found it, and I took the upper off. But when it comes down to mistakes, I also think purpose mistakes can happen when it comes to delivery. So if I think to back to the data world, I'll never forget, and Jan at Access Funds this happened to. I sent him a file wrong about 8 times in a day. I'll never forget it.
I remember that, yeah.
And I was just having a dipsy day. Sent him a file, wrong one.
Yeah, I remember you were like, oh my God, I've done it again.
I was
It's
like,
wrong.
what am I doing? And I still got it wrong after that. It literally was like, it must have been 8 times. I rang him and was like, no, I'm just...
That built the relationship.
It did. I literally just rang him going, no, I'm so... I'm out. Can this wait till tomorrow? I don't know what's going on, but let me sort it out tomorrow.
That comes down to your personality, again, being able to take it from him possibly sitting there going, what the hell is going on, to you calling him at the end of the day or during the day and explaining what's going on, then being able to have a laugh with him. Your personality.
He didn't find it very funny.
Didn't he?
Absolutely not.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh, no, there was no.
Okay, well, then it comes out even more so. You've had to build the relationship back off that.
Well, he wanted just some data. He didn't give a shit who it was from. He was just like, look, what are you doing? And I was like, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what is going on. But he still actually put an order in, say, 15,000 records.
Did he really?
Yeah. But yeah, mistakes will happen. They'll always happen. But you can make them into a success and a positive.
Yeah.
You know, that's a good example. Jan, he still orders. That must have happened, 10 years ago? He's still ordering from us now.
So if we were to do this as an ad, a social media ad, email's fine. We can follow up.
Yeah.
How do you make a social media ad into a mistake and then rectify the mistake? Because these big brands, aren't they? Then they've got newspapers reporting on it.
Well,
they can do it and then hide. They'll hide and go, let's see if this works. Let's see. And they probably know people at the newspaper saying, hey, run this story for us. Even if they don't, it's going to get run. They're not stupid, are they?
I think for a small business, it's hard. These guys, like you said, they're big. They've got PR teams behind them. They can all be picked up X, Y, Z. I think for smaller SMEs who can make a mistake and purposely make a mistake, say email, it works fine. When it comes to social, I think unless you lead with an offer, which is a mistake potentially.
Well, so you could do an email campaign. Let's say you've got a.
You could do you could try and gain the person's email address. Where's that bit?
So let's say you've got 5,000 people who buy your products, yeah? And then you put an offer out there, which is out of the blue offer. So you're thinking, okay.
Give me an example.
Okay, you want to get rid of a load of pushchairs.
Yep.
And you always do the odd £20% off or 25% off, but you've got some old stock you want to get rid of. So you do a 50% off offer.
Yeah.
And then you reply straight away with like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. It's not supposed to be 50% off. It's actually supposed to only be £25 offer. But you know what? Actually, we come to think about it and to reward you for our mistake.
Could you do that on social?
We're going to do that 50% off instead. But you've only got 24 hours to do it. Suddenly you see all those orders coming and get rid of that stock.
Would it work on social?
Order, no, actually, even if you... so how it could work, right? So this goes down to the lifetime value of a customer, doesn't it? So if we use White Company as an example, White Company make a £50 loss on their acquisition online, yeah? Why does that help them? It helps them have less... So if you're a company, you go, I have to have 3 ROAS. Okay, I know we don't like using ROAS a lot of the time, but you have to have 3 ROAS for me to make money. Okay? White Company can do 0.5 ROAS to make money because they know once someone has purchased, their marketing is so tight that on the third one they're in profit.
And another good example of that is HelloFresh.
Yeah,
Gusto.
they'll stay in loss to probably the third box that goes
So
out.
Jess actually bought them for this week because she had an offer, a bit of Post. Yeah. Shout out to Post. And it was 13 quid for 4 meals.
Was it
over
really?
that. Yeah.
I'm going to do that.
I've got a voucher for you.
Send me over. We'll do it for my next.
There you go. See, that's work.
Because we're on the Mindful Chef.
Yeah.
And
you know my opinion on that one. I'm not overly keen on it.
Oh, I'm not. I'm the same with the other, but I'll try it. The Mindful Chef one, I've only had 2 recipes in 2.5 years that I've been disappointed with.
Gusto for me is the best.
Is it? I'll try the other. So,
but anyway, sorry.
is the fact that so we always wait. So we even thought, Caroline said to me the other day, she said, should we cancel your Mindful Chef, use one of the others, and then we'll get the offers through of getting.
Yep.
And a lot of people, I know someone, you've just said that Jess only just did it, but I know someone who actually just goes between like 4 companies waiting for those offers to come through.
Yeah, we did for a while. Went to Gusto, HelloFresh, there was another one, I can't remember which one it was.
So what I'll do is I've just had paid for mine. Send me that one through.
Yeah.
I'll choose some recipes.
It's in the
do
kitchen,
that.
I'll bring it.
And I'll do that offer.
Yeah.
Is it just a code that I'll put in? Is it one of those?
I saw.
Refer a friend thing?
Yeah, but 13 quid for 4 meals, 4 nights.
Yeah.
Cheap that.
I'll do that.
Yes, absolute dream.
Okay, so there you go. But you could do all these. So yeah, so we're talking about the mistakes. They're making a loss. These companies make a loss because they know how much money they can bid for on the social medias when paid ads or post or whatever, and they know that they'll off the third meal or the third shop person buys from white company, they're in profit. And it means that, and we know this from advertising, is that all of our clients they might change, but at first, I need to make a return from the off. If I spend £10, I have to make 40. There's no longevity, there's no brand building, there's no let's build a business. You can't build a business on getting a return. Well, you might be lucky in some extent, but you're not going to do it off the first. Your acquisition is always going to cost you money or break even at best. So, but how do we survive? Get money. Figure a way of. You've got to figure out a way of doing it. But your advertising costs will. Christian came to me a couple of weeks ago, and he was just like, "Oh, one of these things." He's thinking about these T-shirt things. He was like, "I'm going to play out how much." I said, "Well, the problem we got, Christian, is that your T-shirt sells for what? It's like 28 quid or whatever." I said, "It's probably going to cost you 35 quid to get the purchase." I said, "You're going to be down 10 quid every time someone orders." Well, how do you get... Oh, well, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, but you've got to get those people to repeat order. And then you've got to get that down to T. So your email marketing needs to be on point, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, oh, God, bigger job than I thought. It's like, well, yeah, because the advertising costs are just always going up on the platform. So you've just got to be good and think outside the box, get engagement, get people buying and be on them. People like... We've always had it, haven't we? Even with our own business, I remember Royston Guest said, "You got a great front end, but your back end shit." And what he meant by that was you've got no way of keeping stuff coming through. You need, and that's what we obviously learned from that with Let's Run with this company now. Get someone in through ads. Our account managers cross-sell, upsell, blah blah blah, and you keep someone in for as long as possible. So then, if you got bought out, we specialize in Facebook ads. A Google ad company could buy us out because they know we've got 300 Facebook ad clients. Only 5% use Google, and they can sell their product straight away and cross-sell. Yeah. So that's what companies are buying each other out do. The thing has to start from the bottom. But it's so hard when you're dealing with a small company which hasn't got deep pockets to say, you're not going to make any money
but that's where mistakes will happen. When you haven't got loads of money and you've got one marketing manager or a business owner trying to do it all, box. You will make loads of mistakes. And some of those mistakes will be positive, like we said with that.
Or make them positive in some way.
Well, you've got to try and make them positive anyway, whether you make them or not, or whether they're legitimate or whatever they are. You've got to try and make them. But I think, when I look at some of the mistakes that we've made, whether it be email, telemarketing, whatever it may be, we've always come out in a positive. There's something positive to come out of it. I know it's hard sometimes because you want to criticize, don't you? And you want to say, what have I done there? But actually, most of the time, something positive has come from it. Yana Access Funds, yes, was he happy? Fucking no, wasn't happy.
But you had to then
Yeah, it was a long time ago. Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah. But he'll go nowhere else for data
No.
because he knows that mistakes will happen, but they'll rectify it.
It's how you rectify the mistake.
Yeah, and
Grant Cardone, I remember, taught us that. Not personally, but in one of his books, he said, every mistake can be made into an amazing opportunity.
Yeah, I totally agree because like I said, with that one, he now knows if a mistake happens, they'll rectify it. They will sort it out.
Yeah,
especially
so having more trust in them.
Yeah, and especially in the world that we live in marketing, advertising, mistakes happen all the time. It might be a copy mistake. It might be a creative mistake. It might be going to the wrong audience mistake. It happens. So don't care, it just naturally will happen. Whatever, whether
That one me talking about going to the Harley Davidson employees.
Oh, there you go.
I told Mike, I said, I've made a mistake. It's actually worked out really well.
Yeah.
He'd be
But
glad
you've
of
owned
glad of the
You've-
mistake.
You've owned that. Now, would you have owned it if it had gone the other way? Well, you'd have to with him because he knows what he's doing. But again, you've seen it as a positive. There's no point in hiding away and shying away from it. Actually, it's a mistake. We've turned to a positive, and actually, that's a mistake, and that mistake has turned to a brilliant positive, hasn't it? Because it's returning what it needs to. But yeah, mistakes will naturally happen. We're human. Weren't they, Michael? They will, but you've just got to turn. Even
Like when he walked across stage, when you were doing a talk, and Michael, you're like, James is actually, you were actually on stage to 100 people or something, wasn't it? Probably 1,000. Yeah. And you were on the stage, and he literally just walked straight in front of you, didn't he? Straight, to the point that even the audience aren't going. You can be a photographer or video person on the stage with the speaker, taking photos and being that, and you're out the way. People aren't paying attention to you, are they?
Nick, he took the whole fucking tripod
And walked across the stage.
Walked across.
It's brilliant.
And to be fair,
did you carry on going? Or did you just stop and in amazement?
I said, I tried to make a joke when everyone. This is Michael, our video guy. Yes, he's coming across. Absolute threw me off. Talk was a disaster. All because Michael. No, the talk wasn't going well anyway.
This is the one you did a one-off on the talk, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was all right. It was.
I think this is the one that didn't you ask me to do a load of stuff, and I spent like 4 hours writing a load of pages out, and then you decided not to use any of it.
Yeah, that's right.
Thanks for that.
I think I'm last on your list of that.
True, but thanks for anyway.
Yeah. But it was good because the mistake, you got a little clip which you still find funny, don't you? And he put the little, yeah. But he killed me on that. All because the lighting wasn't right.
Yeah.
So you found a mistake, you rectified it, you went on the other side. Totally fucked the talk up, but all in all.
Yeah. So conclusion of this.
Conclusion is.
We hit our time.
Mistakes will happen, and
don't stress about it. Use it to your advantage. And there's going to be some bad ones where you have to spend 3 months sending some flowers or apologising, but build it up. But on a marketing point of view, well, it is marketing, it's sales. Just think of it what you can use as an actual marketing ploy.
Rectify it and show the customer, the prospect, whoever you made that mistake to, how you can rectify it. And actually, I think your business will be seen in a better light. Actually, post it.
Absolutely. Okay. Thanks for having me on.
Episode 16. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Bye.